ヤ人に限界などない。あっ、フルパワーだ。
マキがあんたに渡してって。
やらなければいけないんだ。俺がこの世界に生きる人間として。
All right, everybody, we are hopping into the 200% Rainbow Link Level 10 showcase here for the new LR Physical Carnival Super Saiyan Trunks Future. Is that enough? Like, can I fit all of that in the title? I started the Gohan video saying pretty much this, like a very similar thing, but like really, can I fit that in the title? Probably not. We'll see what I end up titling this. We'll see how many of those words we can get into the title here. We got to get those. We got to get that search feed going, okay? All right, nice. Here we go. Let's go ahead and start getting Trunks built up. Now, we got the friend here in turn 1. They are not really going to be the showcase unit. I'll show you why here in a second. I saw that friend and I went, I'll show you here in a second, but this friend is a little like, what were we doing here? like, I must have caught him like, the friend, I don't understand. They were very excited. They put Trunks up on their list, and then, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, we'll show it here in a second. Trunks is, not sure how I feel about Trunks. I was not impressed, I'll tell you. Coming out of the 55% video, level 1 links, all that stuff, I was coming out of that video and I was going, man, Trunks, huh? He was not impressing me in that video. I went, like, low-key, I was thinking it. I don't know if I said it, but I was thinking, like, is the TUR Trunks better? I was thinking, like, is the TUR, the new EZA Tech Trunks, better? I was like, surely not. Surely he's not better. And I was like, well, maybe. But I think the conclusion is that they are both pretty bad for a couple turns in the fight. I guess we can watch this intro. Oh, okay, so here we are. Let's look at my Trunks, my Rainbow Link Level 10 Trunks. Okay, so here's the friend, right? You're like, oh, okay, they don't, like, have any dupes in them, you know, whatever. What are they doing? I mean, they're Link leveling them. Do they know that they haven't rainbowed them yet? Like, what is going on here? Who did this? Who are you? I think this person is on my friends list too. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? All right, here we go. We do have Trunks here in slot 2. He does share many links with the Vegeta and Trunks. I believe it is 6. Yeah, they share 6 out of 7 links. Everything they have everything except for Saiyan Warrior Race, which is not a huge deal. We can go ahead and grab them a key sphere there. It doesn't really matter. We can get Trunks. We can start getting him built up. Trunks really, like, I mean, he does need to do attacks to build up. He needs to do 5 attacks, I believe, to fully build up. He does stack defense on his 18 key super attack as well. So that defense number that we saw there, what was it, about 200 something K? I don't actually remember what his defense was. I showed it on the screen. You guys will have to let me know what his defense was. But it is going to be much higher next turn because we are going to build up his passive multiplicative buff and his passive and his. We're gonna build up his passive multiplicative buff and his passive. Yeah. But he has a passive multiplicative buff of 50% that he builds up, and he builds up 10% defense with each attack performed. Looks like we only got 1 there. Little unfortunate, but the nice thing about this Zamasu fight here is that Zamasu is infinite, so we don't really have to worry about you know, killing the enemy. We can just sit here and get the guy built up. So let's go ahead and attack with Vegeta or Goku and Vegeta. We can get a full 24 key with Trunks. And then we need to make sure that Mai attacks Rose so that she gets her dodge chance. Keep in mind, her dodge chance only activates against the enemy that she actually attacks. So that is something to watch out for if you're, you know, doing your own little test run in here. In fights where you're facing multiple enemies, you need to make sure that you're attacking the one that has the most attacks aimed at them. Otherwise, you could end up in a situation where you attack the wrong one, you don't dodge, and then you die. So we don't want any of that around here. The 65% friend Trunks here at, what was that, 10 million? I already forgot, but it was a pretty impressive number, right? Then they have a 70% chance to do a second one, so there's that. And then they have a 50% chance to do a third one in slot 2. They got the normal attack. That's okay. And then they could do the hidden potential as well. Also got the normal. Okay. Well, we at least got 4 attacks, so we should be fully built up. The only thing that we miss out on by not doing super attacks is we miss out on the damage reduction that this guy builds up. So he builds up 30% damage reduction with each super attack performed on the turn. So 10% damage reduction per super attack up to 30% is what he builds up. So sometimes I just start saying words and they don't actually make any sense at all. It's okay. Again, it's been a long day for me. We we gotta get our mind right. I should have like taken a moment, you know, done some like breathing exercises before I actually hopped into the showcase here. But you know, that's not my style. We just hop in, we press record, and whatever we get is what we get. And you know, it is what it is at the end of the day. So yeah, Trunks, though, it seems like he can kind of do damage. I forgot to show my build of him, but yeah, we'll do that after this turn right here. But I did go full dodge, is what I went with on Trunks. And I prioritized additional as his secondary ability, so he does have a decent chunk of additional. Okay, 13 million attack stat from here from my Trunks. No support on this rotation, I believe. Or no, do we have Trunks in my? No, we don't. So no support. He was at a 13 million attack stat, and yeah, he went super normal. Yeah, we don't like to see that. We don't, you know, it builds up his multiplicative buff and his passive. It builds up the 5 key and the 10% or in the 50% defense. It does build that up just by doing normal attacks. But if this was like a really tough boss, like let's say we're going up against the, you know, Zamasu stage of the new red zone, and we're at the Goku Black and Zamasu phase, and let's say we haven't been able to stand by yet either. You know, let's say we're getting there on turn 4. And he went super normal. I'm pretty sure we're like dying to normals at that point, so we don't want that. All right, I'm not going to actually use this standby. I'm gonna hold on to it here. Let's go ahead and grab these key spheres right here. We can grab all of these physical. And then Trunks and Mai are supporting a little bit here. So he's up to 500k defense. That's okay if he gets all 3 super attacks. If he gets all 3 super attacks, that's fine. We can handle 500k defense. He's going to get a little bit more stacking in. This guy isn't even rainbowed. I mean, he could be, but I guess homie ran out of orbs, I guess. Oh, I forgot to show my Trunks again. No! I'm fumbling, guys. I'm sorry. What's interesting about the standby, right? While we're talking about the standby, is that it activates only for 4 turns. But he kind of wants to be put in slot 1. Like, it's really interesting. Okay, so if I look at the standby, he gets, what is it, 50% damage reduction, and an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He guards all attacks and launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack as the first attacker in the turn. So, like, he wants to be in slot 1 to get more attacks, but to charge up his, like, the sword more, you actually have to float him off. Because otherwise you will only get, like, 2 turns of charging, essentially. Because the way this guy works is he stands by for 4 turns. That's all you get. So that means you get the turn he stands by on, the rotation after, and then the turn that he comes back on. That's all you get if you leave him on rotation. But if you float him off, you get the turn that he's on, the next turn after, the off rotation that he was on before that you floated him off of, and then you get him back on the main rotation. So what we're going to do here is we're actually going to float Trunks. We're going to lose out on an additional attack, but it'll get us the most, like, charge. So let's go ahead and stand by here with Trunks. By the way, let me show my build just real quick. I know I said it, but we are at 25 dodge, 10 additional, and 4 crit. I do think crits can be pretty good on this guy. I just didn't have any equips that I wanted to give him. I was actually looking for equips that give, like, dodge and crit in slot 1, but I just didn't know if I wanted to burn the few that I had, so I just went with full dodge instead for now, and I think that ultimately is going to be a really good shot once we start getting into these harder red zone fights, because, yeah, 600k defense here, just raw, is not super fantastic, so let's go ahead and do... How do we want to do this? Because I need Mai to dodge some attacks here. We can do this right here. Vegeta and Trunks are still guarding. They're fine. We can just do this right here. So let's go ahead and play the standby, and let's float them off.
俺たちも。
Okay, so now the standby is active. So again, you can see right there on the turn, he does it for 4 turns. So that means that in order to get the most charges possible with this, you do have to actually float him off. A little unfortunate, but it is what we are going to do here. Now, we need to make a tactical decision of who we want her to attack. It really just, who do we think is going to super attack? Zamasu or Rose? That is the choice we have to make. And can they be stunned? I think can they both be stunned? They can. So let's try to, we'll attack Rose just because there's more attacks. And let's hope that we stun Rose. That would be good. All right, I believe we need to get 5 key spheres with Trunks. So let's see if we can drop down these AGL key spheres. Perfect, okay. So yeah, there's, Trunks needs 5 orbs. He gets a guaranteed additional. Also, he's a rainbow orb changer. If I had put him in slot 1, he would be guarding, and he does have 50% damage reduction on this turn as well. So, if you needed to, like, let's say you want to use this guy more for the defensive ability than the offensive ability for his attack, then you would definitely want to, oh, please dodge this Mai. Ooh, that's not great. We did survive, though, and we'll be fine the rest of the rotation here, but like, let's say you wanted to use this guy in a defensive role, then putting him in slot 1 is definitely the wave. Now, what we're going to try to do here is the showcase rotation, where we're actually going to float him off to try to get as many charges as possible for his sword, just to see how high we can get that damage up, at least on this team here. If I really, wow, 16 million attack stat, by the way, is pretty good. Because he has a guaranteed additional coming in. And then he has okay, so he has potentially 2 more attacks coming in after this. This is good damage right here. Yeah, that's the guaranteed additional for having 5 key spheres. And then he could get the hidden potential as well. We did not get it. Okay, that's okay. That was still pretty crazy. Luckily, because we took all that damage with Mai, we can actually fuse with this unit. I'm just going to turn the skips on here. Let's go ahead and fuse. Now, active skill attacks do count towards charging up the meter. So you can see, like, right now, it is at 7. If I go ahead and activate this, it's going to move up to 8. So yeah, there it is. Now it's up to 8. And we can throw this guy in slot 1. Let's go ahead and grab just these key spheres right here. That's fine. And then we can grab these STR for Vegito Blue. Vegito Blue is going to do, both of these guys are going to do like 1,000,000 attacks. So it's really going to charge this thing up. If we can't get like a good attack stat after charging up this, after charging up on this like next couple of turns, then I don't know. I don't know how you make Trunks look good if you can't do that. Because like Vegito Blue here is going to do like 7 attacks, like no kidding, like legit he's going to do 7 attacks or something. And then the Tech Vegito Blue in the middle is going to do like 4 or 5 or something potentially. So, and then the physical Trunks at the end is going to do like 3 or something. So, and then we'll get another rotation of Vegeta and Trunks who are going to do a couple, at least 2. Mai is going to do 1, and then who's the other unit that we have on the team? Trunks and Mai, they're going to do at least another 1. So, this thing is going to be very charged up. So by the time we get it back there on turn 4, you know, it could be doing some serious damage. Now, I don't think this is actually how you want to use this. I think that this is kind of a waste of his defensive ability. I definitely think whenever you transform this guy, you just throw him in slot 1. He has the guard, he has the damage reduction, and I don't think you really play around the sword. The only reason I'm doing that is just because I, you know, want to try to get a good showcase, right? So, or not even like a good showcase. Like, I just... We're maxing the damage of the sword for the showcase here, right? So that's the goal. Again, that's not what you guys want to do. And that's honestly not what I'm ever going to do, like, ever again. Again, we're just doing that for the video. All right, this isn't going to do any damage. We're type effective. Yeah, Rose. I don't know what you were thinking there, buddy. All right, again, Trunks is going to give us at least 3 attacks here. If he could give us 4, that would be fantastic. And really, I would like for him to triple super so that we can get his damage reduction. I mean, he doesn't need it, but I would just like to see it. Yeah, super normal. You know, if Trunks is going to super normal, I'm going to super put Trunks back in my box. Normal. That wasn't a good pun, but you guys get the point, right? All right, let's go ahead and throw Vegeta and Trunks in slot 1. We'll put Mai in slot 2 right here. And we will go ahead and play their active skill. Or not play it. We're going to use their active skill on Rose, get some damage in on him. They would not kill Rose, so I'm actually going to attack Rose with them. We will attack Rose with Mai as well. Mai's going to redeem herself and dodge. She also has a lot better links active here, and Vegeta and Trunks' support, so she might actually be able to tank the super attack if she takes it. And then we will attack, we'll just attack Int Zamasu here with those two at the end, the Trunks and Mai. Alright, Vegeta and Trunks, I need you guys to do a little bit of damage here, but not too much. I want you to get this guy into KO range. That is what we want here. But I also want you to do 3 attacks so that we can, like, get this thing fully charged up. Okay, nice. They did do the triple super attack. Or not triple super attack. They did two super attacks and then a normal. They got the triple attack. So that is good. Again, that's just more charges for the Spirit Bomb here. We love to see that. All right. Nice double-digit damage. You know, Zamasu can't really hurt us. All right, nice attack on Rose. We're going to dodge all of these. Mai does get the 70% chance to dodge after she attacks an enemy. So, yeah, there we go. Now she is just UI Mai. You know, can't touch her. We should have had her in the Tournament of Power. She would have cut up Jiren. She would have pulled out that pump shotty against Jiren, and he would have been done skis. He would have been out of there. All right, now we just need STR, Trunks, and Mai to dodge a little bit here. Very good. Very good, very good. All right, here we go. So we've had our 4 turns of charging. We have, what is that, 24 charges in? That seems, I don't know if that's low or high. I mean, what is that? We essentially had 3 turns of charging, so that's like 8 attacks per turn. That feels like a lot. Like, saying that out loud, that sounds like a lot of attacks. So, here we go. He's at 485k defense here. Let's go ahead and play this and see how much damage we do to Rose. Let's see if we can actually get the KO this time. I doubt it, but you know, maybe him being rainbowed, the extra stats will help out the damage that this sword does here. So the only thing better that we could have on this rotation would be support. We do not have any support on this rotation, and we are missing out, I guess, on a little bit of attack from Lynx, but we're mostly just missing out on Ki. Dismal Future, Royal Lineage, and Prepared for Battle, and Golden Warrior are all pretty much just Ki links. Royal Lineage, Royal Lineage and Prepared for Battle give like 5% attack each, and then Dismal Future gives like crit chance or something, I think. So here we go. Let's go ahead and play this without further ado. Bruh. 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 You guys, so I'm recording this after I did my my Future Gohan video. This is post Future Gohan, and at the end of that video, I was talking about like the warmth in my heart from using Future Gohan, and just how he made me feel like fuzzy wuzzy inside. You know, I was talking about that a little bit. I do not feel the same about old boy Trunks here. Old boy Trunks here is kind of a major disappointment. I know I could have put some more crit on this guy, but like you shouldn't ever have to rely on a crit to do decent damage. That was like the most we could have charged that thing up. Again, no support. You know, if I really wanted to charge it up, I would go to the Super Saiyan Blue, Goku, and Vegeta team and bring, like, Bulma and Yajirobe and a ton of other crazy supports and everything like that. But, you know, I would like to be able to run him on his own team and have it do, you know, some damage. But, yeah, I think, ultimately, if you're using his standby, you need to be using it for the one-turn defensive viability and not actually for the attack. I think the attack is just kind of like a, oh, hey, we're actually at the end of the fight now. Let's just get some extra damage in. I think that's all that's going to do for you. It's not going to do anything actually significant. So let me know if you guys think that I'm too harsh on Trunks, or if I'm kind of accurately rating him, or maybe I'm too high on him. If you think that I'm being too nice to him, you know, I really want to know that. But you guys, let me know what you think. Let me know if you summoned for this guy. I think secretly, people were actually just summoning for Bulma and not him. But let me know if you were actually summoning for Trunks here. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.